Hey guys, welcome back to Notorious Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how you can make some very cute Valentine's Day decorations for your dollhouse. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am always creating some new ideas for dollhouse miniatures. I start by sanding down this wooden cabinet that I got at Hobby Lobby. It has a lot of rough edges, so I want to sand them before I start painting it. First, I paint the cabinet white before I paint it with the color. The shade of pink paint that I bought was just a little bit too dark, so I am mixing it with white to make it a lighter pink, so it's a bit more of a pastel color. Once I got the shade of pink that I wanted, I paint the entire cabinet with it. I do paint 2 coats of it so that the color really comes through. I am using a sponge brush. I have found that it works a little bit better for these larger pieces of wood and leaves less streaks. These tiny little wooden hearts are going to make great decorations on the cabinet, so I am just painting them in different colors in pink, red, and white, since those are really great Valentine's Day colors. I lined up the hearts how I would want them to be, so I am going to glue them together, so it's going to create a large heart topper that I'm going to put on top of the cabinet. Now I'm just gluing all of the pieces together. I am using wood glue, and that is also why I did not paint the edges of the wooden pieces so that they would stick better together. I found this little heart keychain at Daiso, and they are going to make really great miniature balloons. They are like little conversation hearts, so I'm just taking them apart. I am gluing these little hearts to some wire with a head pin at the end that I got from the jewelry making section at the store. And once the glue dries, these are going to make little tiny balloons. To make a vase of flowers, I'm just using this glass jar, some fake flowers, and some LED resin that I found at Daiso. I will also put a link down below to the materials that I use, and if I can find them. I find a lot of materials kind of all over, so I'll see what I can find for you. I trimmed the ends of the flowers so that they fit better in the little jar, and I decided to have each of the flowers different lengths. The miniature glass jar is then filled with this liquid resin, and it is cured using an LED light. I set the flowers in the resin, and it's okay that it has some air bubbles since it'll look like real water once it is cured. I then use my LED lamp that I actually use for my nails to cure this resin. To make little candy jars, I am just using these slices of polymer clay hearts. I have them in a few different colors, and then I also have some that are little lip shapes. To make the picture frame, I'm just painting this little wooden square using some red paint, and for the back I am just cutting out a square from a popsicle stick. I then paint the back of it white, since that is going to be the back of the picture frame. I am adding small amounts of glue to attach the frame to the back. Once the glue is dry, I then add these little slices of polymer clay X's, O's, and hearts. And here we have a cute little Valentine's Day picture frame complete. I am using this pack of Valentine's Day themed scrapbooking paper for the next couple of projects. To make tiny little cards, I'm actually using this paper that shows all of the different types of paper that are within the pack, and it's great because it has much smaller versions of the hearts that I want for the cards. And I'm just going to cut out a few more pieces so that I have a few different types of cards that I'm going to put on the shelves of the cabinet. I'm just folding them in half after I cut them to create a card. To create little envelopes, I just cut out a small piece just from regular white computer paper, and then I am just folding the corners. And the cards that I made also fit inside them, so I'm going to put one inside too. Next, I'm going to make some little gift bags, and I am using some of the different scrapbook paper that was in the pack, and I am just measuring it all out. I made markings where I'm just going to cut off the corners, and that is going to be where I make the folds. I'm making one last cut that is going to be in the very middle. And then I just start folding it over to in the shape of the gift bag. I'm just adding some tacky glue for the pieces of paper that overlap, and that is what is going to hold the gift bag together. I'm making a second gift bag from some different colored paper, and this one is going to be just a little bit smaller than the first one. I made the same exact cuts as I did in the other one, and now I am just folding it over to create the shape of the bag. And then I'm just poking some holes into the bags where the strings are going to go, and those are going to become the handles of each of the gift bags. And then at the ends of each string, I'm just tying a knot and then trimming them. I cut colorful tissue paper into much smaller pieces, and then I'm just adding it inside of the bags to make it look like it is a real present. For the larger bag, I'm adding 2 pieces. Next, I'm going to create a chocolate box out of some cardstock paper. So I just cut up a strip of paper with some tabs at the end, and then curling it with a pencil to create a heart shape. And then just adding a little bit of glue at the very ends, and that's what is going to keep together the heart shape. I am adding glue on the little tabs as well as the border of the entire heart. And these tabs are important because they're going to help keep this entire border of the box down to the main cardstock paper that I'm trying to glue it to. And then once it is on the paper, I'm just cleaning up some of the glue and then pushing it down and letting it fully dry. Once it is dry, I'm just cutting it all around as close as possible. I am sealing the entire box with Mod Podge since that's going to create a protective layer around the paper so that the paper is not as flimsy. Once it is fully dry, I'm just going to grab some of my red glossy paint, and that is going to create the finish of the entire box. And I'm just cutting some white tissue paper into a smaller piece, and that is going to go on the inside of the box before I start gluing in some of the mini chocolates. I have these small little flat back hearts, and they have a metallic finish, so I'm going to use them as little mini chocolate hearts. They kind of look like those little chocolates covered in like a metallic foil, so I'm just using the red, pink, purple, and white ones. To create a lollipop stand, I'm just cutting this small square into smaller pieces and then painting it white. And then for the lollipop stand, I'm just using a small piece of cardboard and poking holes in it where the lollipops are going to go. And then I'm just gluing this border onto the piece of cardboard so that it creates a nice finish. Then I'm just gluing this little heart that I could not turn into a balloon, so I am gluing it to the cabinet, and it's just this cute little dangling heart.